My friend told me that if I cannot explain it in simple terms, it's because I don't understand it. And I think I fully understand this concept. I fully believe in energy work, and it makes sense to me. I'm gonna explain my viewpoint, how I'm looking at it. I think this is something that's been missing from the conversation. I'm one of those people that I need to fully understand something before I can get behind it, and that has been a real hindrance that I don't have any faith or trust from really jumping in and expanding into the unknown. But I finally understand enough that it really has changed my life a lot. So in the comments, I'm gonna put a link to a video that is gonna explain this way better than I ever will. I'm talking about the double slit experiment, where there is a panel and they shoot a beam of light at it, and there's two slits, and they view how the particles react. What they noticed is that depending on whether this experiment was being actively observed or not, would change the outcome of would change the results. So if it was being viewed, the light would act like particles, the atoms would act like particles, and if it wasn't, it would act like waves. And that, honestly, mind-blowing. So right off the top, we're looking at, okay, if something's not being observed, it is a wave. It is expansive. Kind of like our limitless possibilities in life. Everything is possible until we choose to move in a direction, and everything comes and becomes our active reality that we are choosing. How beautiful. But on to energy work, because that's what this video is about. Humans are electrical beings. Our neurons fire because of it, our heart beats, our muscles move. Everything in our bodies are based on electricity. Even if you go down to the simplest atoms, there is going to be a proton, a neutron, and an electron. Thinking back to chemistry and our high school science, electrons can be football fields away from its nucleus. And if you remember, there are bonds. And the point of bonds is to try and create balance, harmony. So different elements can come together and share electrons. When I think about that, I think about whenever I can walk into a room and I feel that something is off, right? So this is kind of the idea of auras. So we have an electrical field with, our electrons, and we can then interact with the environment and its electrons. That is just energy, electricity that they're putting off. Why can I feel it? Why can I understand it? That is our life energy picking up on other life energy. Do I know why or how that works? Not exactly. But it makes sense that I can. It makes sense that I can go into an environment and just feel that healing energy. And part of it is us. You know, these sacred sites, we're choosing that it is a sacred site. And so we're pushing that energy that maybe has already been there, but we're elevating it. We're reinforcing that idea that this is a healing place. How beautiful is that? I mean, and maybe the reason people aren't talking about it is because it's like so simple that we're just like, duh, how did you not get it? But I didn't. And I don't hear other people talking about it either. I was just really missing that practical application. Like, yes, I knew all the facts, but how does that apply to life? Your attitude can affect your health. If you have a positive mindset going into a surgery, you're more likely to have a positive outcome. Now, that could be the placebo effect, which also has been proven to be effective. Waves can interact with each other and then they create different waves. So if I'm putting off an energy, a wave, and I know that it needs to change, like maybe I'm just in a foul mood that day, I can do something that's going to change it. So maybe I decide to light some incense in order to clear out that energy, or I drum for a little bit just to move that energy and bring myself back into harmony. It's gonna work. And why is it gonna work? Because everything is energy, and if you're working with something that has a more higher frequency and you're putting that on yourself, it's going to change your own frequency. Because waves, whenever they interact with a different kind of wave, will change. It's that simple. Our minds are incredibly powerful, and we're capable of so much more as long as we're not limiting ourselves. But really, I don't even think you should believe me. I think you should do your own research and come to your own conclusion. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope it made sense. I've done the best I can.